You know that feeling, right? That uncomfortable, fiery sensation in your chest after a meal? That's heartburn. And today we're going to break down what's really going on. This is your simple, friendly guide to the foods that can trigger that burn, and, more importantly, the ones that can help you feel a whole lot better. Let's dive in.
Oh man, it's such a common thing. You've just finished a fantastic meal, everything was great, and then it starts. That rising, burning feeling, that's heartburn, and it's pretty much the classic sign of something called acid reflux.
So, what is actually happening in your body when that happens? Well, you can think of it like a simple plumbing issue. You've got all this powerful acid in your stomach, and its job is to stay down there and digest food. But with acid reflux, it starts flowing the wrong way, up into your esophagus. And the thing is, your esophagus just isn't built to handle that kind of intense acid.
Now, your body is pretty smart. It has a built-in defense for this exact problem. It's called the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES for short. The easiest way to think about it is as your own personal gatekeeper. It's a little muscle valve that opens up to let food pass into your stomach. And then, bam, it's supposed to clamp shut to keep all that stomach acid right where it belongs.
But here's the thing. Certain foods can make our trusty gatekeeper's job a whole lot harder. They can actually weaken its grip or cause other issues that lead to that awful burning reflux. So let's meet the most common troublemakers.
And here they are, the usual suspects. We're talking about high-fat and fried stuff, super spicy foods, that beloved pair of chocolate and coffee, fizzy carbonated drinks, and really acidic foods like citrus fruits and tomatoes. Let's break down what each of these guys is actually doing. Okay, first up, high-fat and fried foods. Think about a big plate of French fries or some crispy fried chicken. These foods take a really long time to digest. It basically creates a traffic jam in your stomach. And all that backed up food builds up pressure that can literally push that gatekeeper muscle open, letting acids sneak out. Next, let's talk about spicy foods and acidic ones, like tomatoes or oranges. Now here's a little twist. These foods don't always weaken the gatekeeper itself, but if some acid has already gotten through that gate, these guys can seriously irritate the super sensitive lining of your esophagus. That's what can make that burning feeling so much worse. And then you've got this group, chocolate, coffee, and bubbly drinks. These guys work in a totally different way. They aren't about building pressure or causing irritation. No, certain compounds in them have a direct line to that gatekeeper muscle, and they basically tell it to chill out, to relax its tight grip.
So let's dig into that a little more because it's pretty interesting. How on earth do something as wonderful as coffee and chocolate convince this super important muscle to just let go? It all comes down to a really fascinating chemical reaction. Okay, think about it like this. Imagine that gatekeeper muscle is a brand new, super strong rubber band. It's tight, it's got a great snap to it. Well, some of the natural compounds in coffee and chocolate act like a signal that tells that rubber band to go all slack. It just temporarily loses its tension, its tightness, and that leaves a little opening for stomach acid to splash right through. All right, enough of the bad guys, right? The really good news is that just as some foods can cause problems, there are a whole bunch of others that can actually help you out. So let's talk about the heroes of our story, the foods that help your body fight back. So these hero foods have basically two different superpowers. First, you've got the alkaline neutralizers. These are foods that are less acidic, and they help bring some balance to all that strong acid in your stomach. And then you have the high fiber absorbers. These are amazing. You can think of them like little sponges that soak up excess acid, and they also help keep your whole digestive system moving along nice and smoothly. So what kind of foods are we talking about? It's all really simple stuff you can find anywhere. For alkaline foods, think bananas, melons, cucumbers, green beans. For those high-fiber heroes, you want things like oatmeal, brown rice, and whole grains. And if you just want something really soothing, ginger tea is absolutely fantastic for its natural anti-inflammatory properties. And look, making these changes doesn't have to be some huge, dramatic overhaul. It's all about simple swaps. Instead of fried chicken, maybe try some baked salmon. You're cutting down on the fat that creates all that pressure. Instead of acidic orange juice, a banana smoothie is way gentler and more alkaline. And switching from white bread to oatmeal in the morning, you're getting all that helpful fiber we were just talking about. See? Little swaps can make a huge difference. You know, it's not just about the food on your plate. It's also about how and when you eat. A few really simple lifestyle habits can have a massive impact on keeping that gatekeeper muscle happy and doing its job right. So here are 4 really big ones. First, try to stop eating 2 or 3 hours before you go to bed. Lying down with a full stomach is just asking for trouble. Second, try eating smaller meals more often. This helps prevent overwhelming your stomach all at once. Maintaining a healthy weight is also key because it reduces the physical pressure on your abdomen. And finally, this one's easy, just loosen up. Tight clothing around your waist can literally squeeze your stomach and push acid upwards.
So at the end of the day, here's the main takeaway. Managing this stuff isn't about being perfect or following some crazy strict diet. It's really about becoming a detective for your own body, learning what your personal triggers are, and just making small, conscious choices that help you feel better.
So, I want to leave you with a little challenge. What's just one small change you can try tonight to help out your hardworking gatekeeper? Maybe it's swapping out that late-night soda or just waiting a little bit longer before you lie down. Every little step really can make a difference.